Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. Today is a Monday. It's the 13th day of November. It's National Hug a Musician Day. Kind of makes me wish I could play some sort of instrument. National Indian Pudding Day today. National Moms and Dads Day. Oh, hey, kids. Do something nice today. Start a Rumor Day. World Kindness Day as well, and many, many other things. Big thank you to listofnationaldays.com for my list. And it is a Movie Star Monday. I'm excited to visit with an actor, Michael J. White, and he's been in several really fun films, but he's got a new one out right now. This actually looks really cool. It's called Outlaw Johnny Black, and this guy is like a super action star kind of guy.
Okay.
But in addition to it being like some really cool action, there's also a lot of comedy in it.
Okay, yeah,
so
this is your kind of movie.
It is, absolutely. So I know what I'm going to be watching. I watched the trailer and I'm like, oh man, I should have watched this before we talked, but I'm going to be checking it out. Outlaw Johnny Black. We'll chat with Michael J. White coming up in a bit.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. It has often been said that music can soothe the soul, but it turns out that can also soothe your physical pain. Researchers at McGill University in Montreal found that listening to your favorite song can reduce people's perceptions of pain. In a study, test subjects found to experience a reduction in pain of about 10% when listening to music that they actually enjoy. What do you think of that?
I love that.
The most effective pain
Music
relievers.
is powerful.
Oh, absolutely. The most effective pain relievers were found to be sad songs, believe it or not. Researchers also pointed out that music provides many other health benefits, including stress reduction and helping facilitate a good night's sleep. So does that mean you should listen to music while you're sleeping?
I couldn't, because
Yeah, I don't know that I could
that would keep me awake.
I'd be
but
singing
if you
along,
listen to it,
playing air guitar.
if you listen to that prior to,
Yeah, that's cool. All right, I've got that whole thing, if you'd like to read it, in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know the social media site, formerly known as Twitter, now known as X, is worth less than half of what Elon Musk paid to buy it when it was known as Twitter last year? A memo to employees said the company was valued at $19 billion. That's 55% less than the $44 billion that Musk ponied up to purchase Twitter. What's more, Fortune reports that Musk, as a shareholder of Tesla, lost $41 billion in 13 days recently as the market for electric vehicles has tumbled. So, like 19 billion minus the 44 billion, 41 billion. That is what I'm going to refer to as a whole lot of money.
I don't think he cares.
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't seem like he cares. But at a certain point, how many billions do you really need?
Exactly.
You know? You lose 40 billion here, you lose 40 billion there. All right, we don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Early development is underway for a TV series adaptation of a classic horror film, Poltergeist. I was looking at Heidi while I said that. I wanted to see if she would smile, but she seems a little bit like you don't care.
I don't like it when they mess with the classics.
Well, originally co-written by Steven Spielberg in 1982, the movie stars several people who went on to do wonderful things, but I don't know that any of them, the show version of Poltergeist, would be based on the world of the horror flick. So it would be based on that same world. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they do.
I don't know.
And Ken personified by Ryan Gosling in the Barbie movie, is going to get his own doll, which I thought was kind of interesting because
Ken is a doll.
But he didn't look anything like the Ken doll, the one that was in the movie. So now he's gonna. And CBS has scored a Super Bowl touchdown in November. The network's virtually sold out all of their Super Bowl advertising inventory. If you want to get an ad, you better hurry up because they're almost done. $6.5 million to $7 million for a 30-second ad.
Nothing.
So be looking for the John and Heidi show ad. You won't see it. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. This is interesting. The average person smiles about how many times a day, Heidi? What do you think? The average person. Average person.
150.
Nope. Only 20 times a day.
What?
Yeah. How sad is that?
That's sad.
I think we smile that many times just while we're doing this show.
I think
We crack us up, just so you know. See, it worked right there, even. So hopefully you smile more than that. But the average person smiles nearly 20 times a day. And did you do some shopping over the weekend? Actually, you probably find yourself doing some shopping every weekend if your family wants to eat anyway. And like everyone these days, whether you find yourself at a grocery store or in the mall, you're probably trying to stretch your dollar as far as possible. It's no surprise then that 54% of us saying that being called cheap is a compliment. Mm-hmm. Heidi loves that, by the way.
Oh, I know I'm cheap.
And when she'll find something and people will compliment her on, she's like, I got this for $2.
And you hate it when I
I'm
do
like,
that.
just stop it. Just as much as I would hate it if you said I paid $2,000.
I would never.
I'm not a fan of either of those things. Anyway, according to a new survey, a poll of 2,000 Americans, the average respondent said they would travel an hour to get to a store if they knew that there was an item there that they wanted that was on sale. That seems like a long way to drive. Do they factor in gas?
It would have to be on major sale.
The one poll survey also found that in order for it to be, quote, a good deal, a quarter of respondents said it needed to be at least how many percent off, Heidi? For a good deal.
To drive an hour, I would have to say 70.
Okay, they said 50% off. See, I told you, Heidi. Most people are happy with a deal under that amount. 1 in 4 say they're less likely to purchase an item when it's full price. 75% said they would wait up to a month for an item to go on sale before buying it at full price. 7 in 10 said they're conscientious shoppers and they can find a deal on anything.
Yep.
Heidi is one of those people. Definitely. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Movie Star Monday. Our guest today is Michael J. White. You might know him from movies like Black Dynamite and Spawn and many, many other fun projects. And he's got a brand new film out now. He's the writer, the director, and the star of Outlaw Johnny Black. Tell us a little bit about this project.
Well, yeah, when I did Black Dynamite, I wanted to do some other movies in the same vein and kind of depicting that same movie-making time period in the 70s, which is my favorite. And so I wanted to do this family-friendly Western called Outlaw Johnny Black.
So let's talk a little bit about where this story came from. So Outlaw Johnny Black, is this based on like a real person and a real story, or is this fictitious and just kind of a fun thing when you guys got a chance to put this together?
Well, it's kind of like a Westploitation, you know, it's what you might find in several Westerns with a bit of a twist. I actually based the story off of something called Black Wall Street. It was something that happened in Greenwood, Oklahoma, before it became Tulsa. but it's about like the founding of a town like that. And so basically I'm starting from the early days of Tulsa.
And I'm reading that you had some inspiration from some wonderful people, Sidney Poitier, Harry Belafonte. Let's talk a little bit about their inspiration that you were able to put into this particular film.
Yeah, I grew up on movies like Buck and the Preacher and Piece of the Action. These movies that, to me, like they just symbolized an amazing time in movies and music. And I wanted to recreate it in the same way I saw it, very much like the Duffer Brothers did with Stranger Things. So it's, the whole tapestry, the whole feelings, the gunshot sounds and everything are reminiscent of that time. And so I wanted to do that for the audience that's my age and older, and also introduce that to a younger audience.
I love that. And I think people right now, more than ever, are really kind of into nostalgia because we're looking at a better time and, back when things were maybe a little different. So when you can tap into that with a film for people who lived through it and also introduce young people who never experienced it to that, I think it's a really cool thing.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, like it worked really well with Black Dynamite when I did that movie. And, that was my my plan to do it exactly like it's a lost movie from 1971.
One of the other things that I really like about this, Outlaw Johnny Black, in addition to this being available now through streaming, you guys had a traditional theatrical release for this. I thought that was a great, great idea. And I love that because a lot of the time now, people sit on their sofa and they click through, whether it's Netflix or Amazon or Hulu or whatever their streaming provider choice is, and they see these films by themselves, but it's a completely different experience when you see it on a big screen with a theater full of people, just a whole completely different experience. So I'm glad you guys had the chance to do that.
Well, absolutely. And this is the type of movie that you want to see with a crowd. This is an experience. I love it. In the test screenings, we've had test screenings or early screenings that that have been pretty wild. There's been one of the last ones had about 5 different times where the audience applauded, and I love when there's laughter that goes over certain people's heads, and there'll be a smattering of laughter in one section and another smattering of laughter in another section at different times, and people wonder, okay, what did they miss, right? So I enjoyed that very much with Black Dynamite. And, I think, that you might expect the same thing out of this. I love movies that you can get something out of with repeat viewing.
Absolutely. That's always a wonderful thing. Well, I had a chance to watch the trailer. I've not yet had a chance to see the movie, but I'm looking forward to it. And what is next for you? Do you have another project that you're working on currently, or you get to take a tiny little well-deserved break right now?
Well, I'm taking a pretty forced break because of this strike situation. So I can say it's a break.
Well, enjoy a little rest while you can. I got a feeling that won't be going on forever. And again, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us right now about Outlaw Johnny Black. It's available through streaming. I'll throw a link to make it easy. Thank you again for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope you enjoy it.
Again, the film is called Outlaw Johnny Black. It is available through streaming right now. I am going to throw a link to make it really easy to find, and the trailer as well, in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The most used expression in the world is okay. It's the most used expression in the world. I thought you were going to say okay. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The nursery rhyme never says Humpty Dumpty was an egg. We all just assume that.
Yeah.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Yoda and Miss Piggy were voiced by the same person. So the same person voiced Yoda and Miss Piggy. Did you know that?
Was that
Frank Oz.
Frank Oz, yeah.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Beards are the fastest growing hairs on the human body. Another fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The average woman has 17 square feet of skin. It stretches to 18 and a half square feet during pregnancy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yikes.
And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
If you never, ever trimmed your fingernails, on your 80th birthday, they would be about 13 feet long.
I have seen people like in the Guinness Book of World Records that have those.
Like, how could you do anything? You couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. 10% of us admit that we're not very good at this, but it's probably more than 10%, really. What is it? You're really good at this, by the way.
Oh my gosh, I have no idea.
Spelling.
Oh, yeah.
10% of us admit that we're horrible spellers. It's probably way more than 10%. I'm a horrible speller.
I'm a very good speller.
You're a very good speller. You could win a spelling bee. We should actually put you in a spelling bee. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A San Francisco couple say they were stunned to get a ticket for parking in a spot they've been using for 36 years. It was the driveway in front of their own home. They got a
what?
Yeah, they got a ticket for $1,542.
What?
Yeah, along with a warning that they would be fined another $250 per day if they keep parking there.
Oh my gosh.
Ed and Judy Crane contacted officials. They were told that a longstanding section of the city code banned people from parking vehicles on uncovered car pads in front of their home. They were told the city might make an exception if they could prove that the spot had historically been used for parking. But a photo they supplied from 34 years ago was considered too recent. For now, they're parking.
Gosh.
For now, they're parking on the street, which can be a challenge in their neighborhood. The city agreed to waive the fine after they stopped parking on the car pad. This, by the way, the story was sent to me a long time ago. This might even be from last year, but I was digging through my emails. I'm like, well, I got to share that. Crazy.
That is insane.
That is insane. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Rules for the Roadrunner. Chuck Jones, creator of the classic Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons, felt it was necessary when they were putting stories together to make sure these rules are always followed. Number one, the Roadrunner cannot harm the coyote except in going meep meep.
Okay.
Number two, no outside force could harm the coyote, only his own ineptitude or failure of the Acme products. So, Number three, the coyote could stop anytime if he were not a fanatic. Number four, no dialogue ever except meep meep.
Yep.
Number five, the Roadrunner must stay on the road for no other reason is because he's a Roadrunner.
Right.
Number six, the action must be confined to the natural environment the two characters were in. Number seven, all tools, weapons, and mechanical conveniences must be obtained from Acme Corporation. 7, whenever possible, make gravity the coyote's greatest enemy. 9, coyote is always more humiliated than harmed. 10, the audience sympathy must stay with Wile E. Coyote. And 11, coyote is not allowed to catch or eat Roadrunner. I love that they have these rules.
Absolutely love.
I've got all of that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Quote today is from Invajaya. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Invajy. I'm not sure how you say it, but I love the quote. People are prisoners of their phone. That's why it's called a cell phone.
Oh,
yeah. We are. Heidi left her phone home the other day, and it didn't bother her nearly as much as I thought it would, because it bothered me.
Yeah.
It bothered me more than it bothered
wreck.
her. Because I'm like, we just go home and get your phone now? You're like, yeah, that's fine. We're good. I'm like, we can go get it. Like, I'll turn around right now. I'll turn this car around right now. We'll go back and get it. She didn't really care. It drove me crazy. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. This is really adorable. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. And this is a thing, if you want to, you can click on the show notes and see this, but here's the headline. Dad performs daughter's cheer routine from the stands. Have you seen this video online?
No, I have not.
It's really cute. This is from October. This is from a while back. But a father went viral in a video foreshadowing his daughter's cheerleading routine at the games. Everyone always asked Andre Simmons about the boy's continuing his football legacy. Little did they know, he's been waiting his whole life to be a cheer dad, according to his wife. Everybody was asking him about this, and there's a video here. I'm going to see if I can... Anyway, I can't show the video online, but if you would like to see it, I do have a link to it. And it's pretty adorable. I guess he never missed a practice. He would always go to practice and help out. And then when he finally had the chance to, watch from the stands, he wasn't just watching. He was helping.
Did you watch this?
Yeah, it's actually really cute.
Oh, that's
and
funny.
when I clicked on it, I closed the thing but either way, you can see it. I've got a link to it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. I could absolutely see how that would happen, though. Because when you're watching and you know what they're doing, I could see where you'd be like doing this, in your mind. Because I've seen it too, where like somebody's reciting something and you see their mom or their dad like saying the words, they're saying it with them. So I think it's really cool, and I love the fact that this video went viral. So if you would like to see it, I do have a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Have a wonderful Monday. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.